I am Juliana Weiss, and I am from Lake Oswego, Oregon.
And I'm Julianne, and I'm also from Lake Oswego, Oregon.
So I'm Anna. I've lived kind of all over Oregon, but right now my family lives in northern Idaho.
I'm Jenny. I am from Chico in Northern California.
People especially freshman year, whenever we was first meeting each other, I had multiple people come up to me and be like, hey, it was great to see you last night, blah, 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 and start having conversation. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know who you are, this is really awkward, and then they'll realize halfway through the conversation.
I know, I've literally had people talk to me all term long thinking I'm Anna.
Yeah, we've had some crazy stories happen to us.
And she works at the rec, and people are always like, oh my gosh, you work at the rec now. I'm like, nope, that's Anna, my turn.
We are friends.
We're very good friends. We met freshman year in the dorms. I think we had a mutual friend who introduced us. I think we heard about each other a little bit before we became friends, though. You know, there's this girl, she looks just like you, she has your name.
You know, when someone tells you that you have a twin on campus, you're like, alright, well, I gotta meet her. And then, I saw Anna and I was like, okay, she rocks, cool.
Yeah, and and one of the reasons I think people do get us mixed up is we also have kind of similar personalities.
We have so much in common, too. I mean, not only, physically, but, where we come from, our name, and, hobbies, and, interests, and things like that. I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
I think it's, our smiles and our, bone structure, kind of, that makes us look
and I
similar.
think we have similar noses. Eyes, kind of, almond-shaped eyes. I don't know, that's a hard question.
I think it's the cheeks.
Oh, yeah, we both definitely have those,
the cheeks and kind of definitely look Asian a little bit.
I see it.
Have you ever been, hit on thinking it was me?
I haven't.
You haven't told me this one?
Anna's ex-boyfriend came up to me one time at Resco.
Oh.
And he was like, Jenny, and he knew because I think we had met. It wasn't you guys were still dating. And it was I don't know what kind of terms you guys are on, but
not necessarily the best.
he was not super friendly. I mean, he was you know, but it was just funny. It was one of those situations that I was like, well, I love Anna, so I gotta go.
I don't think so.
Or because we're twins, oh,
double trouble.
Yeah.
So someone who has hooked up with you in the past told me that, or had a thing with you.
Yeah.
And it was just funny because he told me, he's like, we were working together and he was like, oh yeah, I hooked up with your twin. And I was like, or he's like, I had a thing with your twin. And I was, and he's like, so I've pretty much hooked up with you. I'm just like, okay.
I don't know.
Well, one thing that we want to try is on our birthday this year, getting free drinks for both of us.